Hello everyone, this is Jeet Kaushik and I welcome you all to the first session of Git and Github. This is Skill Shavy and I'm Jeet Kaushik. On this channel, you will find helpful content related to code and fitness. So in today's session, we will be looking first how to install Git, how to create the GitHub account, what is Git, what is GitHub, and how they are different from each other. So coming to first installing Git. So for installing it, you can simply visit the website. You can search for it, git install. And the first ever link which you get is download Git. So you click on it, then you will find the all the downloads for Mac OS, Windows, and different operating system. According to it, you download it. Installing it is very easy. Then after the complete installation is complete, you can come to your desktop, and if you see this option here, Git Bash here, it means that the Git is successfully installed. If you click on it, the Git terminal will open. This is how a Git terminal looks like, and if you want to check which version you have installed, you can run this command. So it shows git version something something. So if this command runs successfully in your Git control, that it is installed successfully. So you can install Git through these different links for the different operating system. I will also provide them in the description. So coming to creating the GitHub account, it's similar. You just need to go to the GitHub's website, search for GitHub. The first website which you see, github.com, is the official GitHub website. So here you can go and you can sign up. For signing up, you just need an email ID and a verification code will be sent to your email. Then you need to verify your ID and boom, you will have a GitHub account. If you face any problem, in the video which detailed video of GitHub, we will be starting with complete process of creating an account and then starting working on it. So coming to the main part of this session, what is Git? So Git was started in 2005. It was created in 2005 by Linux, and it's a version control system. So the word itself, version control system, defines what it means. Version control system. That means it is a system which is used to control versions. Now we need to understand the term version. What is a version? A version is nothing but, if I simply say, it is addition or deletion of code lines. Like if you are adding some code lines in a code, you are creating a new version of that code. If you are deleting something, then also you are creating a new version. If you are adding a new file, deleting some files, all whatever you are doing, this addition or deletion, it is you are creating a new version of the code. So why this version control is needed? The system that keeps record of your changes. Likewise, I said, the changes you are doing, the addition of code or the deletion of code and files which you are doing, we need to track those changes. Why? Because at some of the time it might be required to go back to a certain version or certain condition or stage of a code. Like you added something, but it is a big code. You added something, someone added something else in it, because it is a big project and many developers are working on it. And suppose something went bad with the new version, so you need to go back to the uh, previous version. So what you will do, you need to have some system to control these versions and to track what you are doing. So the version control provides you with like who did the change, when it did the change, and what change was made. It automatically keeps the record of your big data of all the code files you are working on. So it is very useful for the developers, and that's the reason why Git and GitHub are this much popular in today's tech world. So it allows for collaborative development. That means it gives you freedom that many people can work on a same project without the headache of like who is deleting the stuff, who is adding the stuff, and it resolve all that chaos because Git is tracking all the changes for you. So you need not worry that my code is getting spoiled or anything. If what if someone deletes your code file? What you will do? You can simply go back to the previous version. You can restore all your data. It has many uses. So it allows a collaborative development. Third point allows you to know who made the changes and when and why. So you can easily see through Git and GitHub like who did the changes, what were the changes, when it was done, and you can also specify in the commit that why you made that change. Allows you to revert any changes and go back to the previous state. Yeah, that's what I talked about. That you can switch to the versions, you can go back and forth between the versions with just few clicks and by running few code. So version control is of two types: centralized version control and distributed version control. Git is a distributed version control. We will not go deep into it, but we should know what is centralized version control, what is distributed version control, and what are their advantages and disadvantages. So in centralized version control, we have one repository and everyone else make a working copy from that repository. That means you have a folder on which three developers need to work. So what they will do, they will take that file, make it a Xerox of it, and then they will work on that Xerox copy, which we call it as a working copy. And they whatever changes they commit or update, it will done on the main file also. It will reflect in the main repository also. So this is the flowchart which explains the working of a centralized version control properly. Coming to the distributed version control. In the distributed version control, we have a main repository and everyone else working on that repository has its own personal repository on their PC, on their computer, and from there that repository they can have a working copy on which they work, and they can change whatever change or commit they made. It's done in the repository of their computer, not in the main repository, and later they can push or pull to the main repository. Distributed version control has many advantages over the centralized version control because it gives more safety of the code, because the you are saving the main repository file, and it becomes very easy for the other developers, many developers, to collaborate. So these are the different workstations. You can have your the main repository on your workstation, you can change it, and still the main repository will not get affected until you push or pull. So these are the different stages of a version control, which is first, yeah, the here you can see what version 1, version 2, version 3, and then a request for approval, and the final version was approved. Git isn't the only version control available in the market, but I also think it is the best one and it is the most popular, which developers are using, most of the developers are using nowadays. So coming to what is GitHub. So we understood that Git is a version control system. We run commands in the Git terminal and we can maintain our code and versions. What is GitHub? So GitHub was founded in 2008 and it is just as a website, or it provides a graphical interface to increase the usability of Git and to perform various actions without running any code. So you can pull and add things, you can create files, you can create repositories, and it provides an ease to work with Git. So it is the largest web-based Git repository hosting service. Simply, when if I say it is a Git repository hosting service, you can host your code there. It also have many features like you can host your websites there. Allows for code collaboration with anyone online. That's a very good ability of GitHub. That allows you to collaborate online with anyone who has GitHub. So that's all for today, and we will be seeing more about Git and GitHub in the upcoming session. So stay tuned, stay healthy.